Or, since we're down here, why not? Wasn't there some side quests down here, I thought? I guess not. I guess they were just over here. Except for the bounties. Well, in that case, let's travel to Boklad. We'll do the side missions here. Then we'll go do some bounties. And then we'll report to Otto. Oh hey, this lady's here.
Is something the matter? Why, I am what you see.
Well, I am what you see, the proprietress of the Crimson Caravans, the best known and best trusted porterage firm in Boklad. There are less expensive options, it's true, but customers choose us for two reasons. We're reliable and we don't ask questions. Our wagons stand ready to transport anything you might want moved discreetly, be that possessions you'd rather others didn't know about, or even people.
It can be a risky business.
It could be a risky business, but what we make from moving the former, we spend on improving our ability to transport the latter. You might even consider us competitors of the infamous Sid the Outlaw, had he and I not reached an agreement. Boklad markets.
This being a border town,
merchants often stop in on their way to the Crystalline Dominion to carry out any final business in the Republic. And the locals are only too pleased to oblige by weighing their wagons down with local specialties before they leave, and lightening their purses in the process. But what if a visitor doesn't have a wagon of their own? Why, then it falls to porters like ourselves to provide one.
At least it did.
Or at least it did. Lately, most passers through journey to the Dominion in search of a safe haven rather than a tidy profit. And who can blame them? Some things are more important than commerce, after all. Yeah, very true. Ask about the skies. If our porters are to be believed, these ill-omened clouds loom over all Valisthea. I suppose at least that means there is little sense in fleeing elsewhere in search of safety. No, we must stay here and continue our work.
Speaking of which,
I have rather an important negotiation to attend to. I must forget about the skies and begin my preparations. No doubt you have important work to be getting on with, too. We must both do what we can in these dark times.
best of luck, Sid.
Alright, let's get the side missions then. Especially because I don't want any to be locked out.
Now I just need to see about getting the word. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Bearer of good news.
Has this wine turned? Or is it moist?
Ooh, that's not a good thing to question.
Who needs a porter with it?
This should be easy enough.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
So this sounds like one of those side missions that's more focused on giving you a story element here. About things that are going on.
Please, a piece of fruit.
Have a little bit of a goofy jump when just walking around, but I mean that does make sense.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from San Brec, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago. These are lean times, and even Boklad isn't the bustling trading post it once was. Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh? And on that note, it sounds like there's a cup of wine needing my attention.
Interesting.
some
A porter,
for you.
a butcher, and a guard.
You've raised the price.
I wonder if these are necessarily friends or part of a group then.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Not after what happened in the Dominion. Meaning, they linger here instead. I spend more of my days moving beggars along than I do manning these gates. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. As if they haven't suffered enough. Some days you can't help but wonder what the world's coming to. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
I showed you my pass.
Why, do we actually want some? Or is there someone that we know of? Or is he worried that actually those people are going to get poisoned? I don't know. Just kind of got curious though. Based on the variety, it does sound slightly sketchy. Maybe I'm just seeing it that way. I don't know.
Do you have any fresh water?
Let us see.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right, I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 66. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the free pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Oh, nice. So it was all good intentions. And we never even asked for a glass.
Do you have any fresh water?
Alright, on to another side quest here. Anything will do.
What's happened? Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighter? That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city, and I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
My arms are yours.
Wonderful! Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Onward to discovery.
I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Hey, Theodore's here.
Anything I can do for you?
If my sister is the smiling face of the Crimson Caravans, then I am the scowl. She brings in the customers, I scare off those who'd prey on them.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. Eloise always did have a talent for business. I prefer working with my hands, or rather, my fists. And there are plenty of bandits and beasts out there to keep me busy.
All the better.
All the better. The Crimson Caravans have a reputation to uphold, and I need to keep my skills well honed. Boklad checkpoint. Half of the wagons that come through Boklad nowadays are full of people fleeing for the Dominion, and half of them go no further than the gate. Where their cries soon blend in with all the others. Let us through, we cannot live without magic. They'll give us new crystals in Twinside.
Fools, the lot of them.
Fools, a lot of them. If they love magic so much, they should have tried being born a bearer. Very true. Ask about the skies. First the crystalline dominion goes up in flames, now this. No wonder half the people in Boklad are packing up their things. They'd rather not stick around to find out what's next.
The other half?
The other half don't have anywhere else to go. If the Aether Floods haven't taken their villages, the beasts or the bandits have.
As for me,
well, my home is with the Crimson Caravans, and that's where I'll stay. So long as I have Elle by my side, I'm not afraid of anything. That is a good
Farewell,
mindset
then.
to have, Theodore. But now to get to
I wouldn't give
Joachim on the old Zemeckis Road. Having trouble doing some talking today. Don't know why. And he immediately has bandits on him.
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin. You know what's good for you.
I'd be able to take him out just with this. Probably not. Pretty close, though. Nice. Yeah, we're definitely racking up some gil here.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me, if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckyan history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
Yes, he is, but boy, does he like to run off on his own, which is not a good idea. Which means we'll probably run into bandits again. Huh. Enemies around here do not look Akashic. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Also, I hope I'm going the right way. Oh, yeah.
Not a... Alright then.
Goblins, easy enough. I wonder if... I only got 2. Darn. I was actually hoping to kill like 2 or 3 with that. That would've been awesome.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward! History awaits!
Well, I guess history awaits for no man. Oh, he went up the path. Okay. I didn't realize the path went up further. Well, let us go. Which tells me he's probably gonna be jumped by... Let's see. There's been bandits, been goblins. It's probably gonna be beasts this time. Oh no, it's fallen.
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble this time.
Yeah, the Wailing Echo is actually going to take some force here. Oh, crud. I ran right into that. Oh, excellent. I'll use Giga Flare on it then. Not bad, not bad. Now we're doing good damage. Yeah, Giga Flare is way better. Way better. But also it is the ultimate, so it'll lock the cooldown. But I am totally fine with that. Since the Giga Breath did not do that much to really be worth taking the time to do. Excellent. Now we'll check these ruins and might be it for the side quest.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt. And once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Nice. Onward to discovery and all that just for an audience. Ooh. It's for the upheaval ability. Alright.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Live and let live.
What I wouldn't give.
Ask around the markets about the missing sellsword. Wasn't the markets further in? Not out here?
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Man, how cold. From that refugee. I wonder what she's lost to become so cold. The game does a good job at giving that atmosphere of the hopelessness that people feel. That there's a world, but that people feel lost and hopeless, especially with without the crystals.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Alright, so head to the top of the cliff. Oh yeah, I remember there being a bandit camp up there. And we have to go around a little bit just to go up. That's fine. I am curious, though, that with Final Fantasy 16, the way that it is now, I wonder how Final Fantasy 7... Shoot, what's... Essentially, Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 is going to... Rebirth, that's the name of it. I wonder how Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is going to be. Because I do actually still need to play through the first one. And I want to do that on the channel for you guys too. Which I gotta squeeze that in, so...
Thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here.
It's definitely gonna be a busy couple months. Ancient sword. Is that an actual weapon I can use? Oh, no way. That's cool. Between Final Fantasy, another couple games, cleaning up, Metal Gear Solids, yeah. We'll see how I can get things to go, though. Definitely gotta do the Final Fantasy.
I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Too slow.
Goblin Prince. Really? Oh, he is strong for a goblin. Holy crap. Maybe there's some truth to the name here. And of course, he can't be staggered, so... Might as well hit him with all I got. It doesn't seem too hard with all the charged icon abilities, which is awesome. And we took him down. Nice. Enemy bested. So it's probably not even killed.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead, and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that's an interesting turn.
I'd always thought of goblins as mindless savages. But if I'm honest, I like them better than half the men I've served with.
Huh. We'll just fast travel back into town. Be a little bit quicker.
What's happened?
Cool, that should wrap up this side quest then we could do some bounties.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. He found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Explains the side quest title for sure, the Live and Let Live. Right, cool. There's that. So let's return to the hideaway and check that bounty board again. And I think what I'll do is, oh, actually, let's check with the, shoot, what's the network called? Or
Fancy a look
Galax
at the
in
list,
charge
do
of
you?
alliance reports.
Anything catch your eye?
Alright, cool.
Always something
Go
in
from
there.
there. Check with
How may I
Desiree.
help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Paul lifted. Hugo's men are gone. With them, fear in our hearts. Once more shall the markets echo with mirth and merriment. And it's you who we have to thank. Dalamil Spicer. 1,500
You earned
ability
this.
points. That's pretty worthwhile. That's pretty darn good.
All done?